All of us encounter experiences in life where we may be temporarily overwhelmed by a negative emotion, be it anger, pressure, nervousness, despair, or confusion. In these situations, how we choose to master the moment can make the difference between proactive versus reactive, confidence versus insecurity, and success versus failure. Welcome to Beyond Behavior, and in this video, we are going to teach you how to be proactive in life. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. The word reactive implies that you don't have the initiative. You let the event set the agenda. You're tossed and turned, so to speak, by the tides of life. Each new wave catches you by surprise. Huffing and puffing, you scramble to react to it in order just to stay afloat. In contrast, the image we associate with proactivity is one of grace under stress. To stay with the previous analogy, let's say you're in choppy waters. Now you look more at ease. It's not just that you anticipate the waves, you're in tune with them. You're not desperately trying to escape them, you're dancing with them. It would be great to dance with the rhythm of life, using the ebb and flow of events as a source of energy. But is this only possible to those people who are endowed with a proactive attitude, or maybe a proactive gene? I believe that being proactive is not a mysterious quality that we have or don't have. It is a way of dealing with things that we can develop and strengthen. Is this a skill? In a nutshell, being proactive is the same thing as being reactive. The only difference is you do the reacting ahead of time. Let's go back to the example of the two swimmers on the choppy seas. The difference between them is that the proactive swimmer anticipates that there will be waves, whereas the reactive one is painfully surprised by each wave. The difference is one of perspective. The proactive swimmer sees the big picture. Each wave is not an isolated incident, but is part of a pattern. While there is stress in dealing with difficult circumstances, there is a consistency and a logic to the environment. There is a degree of predictability. With this bigger picture in mind, the proactive swimmer is able to adapt to the ups and downs. As he does so, he learns the patterns of the waves from the inside out, so that his reactions become more and more spontaneous and more in tune with the rhythm of the waves. So, being proactive means being able to anticipate what the future will be and to react accordingly before it actually happens. So what is it that prevents the reactive swimmer from doing so? It could be a lack of information. There are plenty of events in life that we simply cannot predict. But it could also be a lack of intelligence. Some people are better than others at thinking in terms of patterns. But let's assume for the moment that our two swimmers have the same levels of information and intelligence. Then, the difference between them would simply be that the proactive swimmer has enough energy to take in the available information and adapt to it. In contrast, the reactive swimmer is exhausted and overwhelmed. Now, what does this metaphor have to do with understanding how you can be more proactive in your life? 3 things. 1. To be proactive, what you have to do is ask yourself what is likely to happen and react to it before it happens. 2. It takes energy to rise above the difficulties of the moment to see the big picture and to make the changes you need to make. 3. Sometimes you may not have that energy. At such times, it serves no purpose to berate yourself for being weak. Think of your reactivity as a symptom instead of a failure. You need to take a break, so take it. Let's imagine that our exhausted swimmer finds a raft. From this stable vantage point, wouldn't he be better able to see the big picture? After some rest, wouldn't he be better able to deal with the pattern of the waves? Sometimes the most proactive thing you can do is take a break. Use this time out to refocus on what you're doing and how you're doing it. And that's it for the video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. We can't wait to hear what you have to say in the comment section down below. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn those notifications on. Also, check out the link in the description if you want to learn how to attract the woman of your dreams. We'll see you in the next video. Until then, be on your best behavior.